Well, welcome back here
All right,
on
let's see
Live
the
Now
crazy
from
stuff over
Fox. It
here.
is 9:39 on the East Coast and 6:39 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and of course, over the last several hours, we saw as the Knicks became the national champions there for the NBA for the first time in more than 50 years, defeating
Congratulations
the
to the
Spurs
Knicks.
in Game 5 there of the title. Now, what you're seeing on the right-hand side of your screen is a live look over New York City. I want to pop this up in full to give you a better view as things are looking a lot quieter now. But overnight, there were pockets of what can only be described as chaos. Take a look at this video coming in from overnight outside of Madison Square Garden, where you can see fire right there on your screen. Now, this
Bruh.
is provided
Wait,
by Jarrett Roberts.
I know they didn't set the school bus on fire. It, we knew it. NYC definitely was gonna burn down if they won a championship, and they did. Now look at what's going on. A whole school bus. I know the police out here mad.
Via Storyful, as the NYPD is telling our Fox 5 New York team that at least
I know the
63
police out
people
here mad,
were
bro.
arrested during that mayhem, which
63.
included at least 4 stabbings, a shooting, and 5 school buses being set on fire. Now, the NYPD
Bruh, New York low-key out here moving like Gotham. It's out here moving like Gotham. No Spider-Man, no help. Over a basketball game. And trust me, I love ball too, but nah, that's death right there. If you in New York,
said that large crowds of unruly people began forming at several different locations north of Madison Square Garden during the Knicks game. Police said the crowd stretched between 5th and 9th Avenues and eventually grew to about tens of thousands of people. As the game went on and
look at
after
these
it
young
ended,
nigga
the
on the bike. Hold
NYPD
up.
said the crowds became increasingly
Can
destructive
I
with
rewind it? Forget it. Hold on. I need to see if I can go back to
were
it.
arrested during that mayhem, which included at least 4 stabbings, a shooting, and 5 school buses, and eventually grew to about
Okay, I
tens
think I
of
got back
thousands
to
of
it.
people. As the game went on
Look at
and
him.
after it ended, the NYPD said the crowds became increasingly destructive, with incidents of reckless and dangerous behavior reported across the area. Police said that 63 people were arrested overnight and into the morning in connection with the Knicks game crowds. Charges included
Look at the
assault on a
police out here looking stupid.
police officer, criminal possession of a weapon, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and obstruction of governmental administration. That is according to police. The NYPD also said that one shooting was reported at 43rd Street and Broadway, with the victim 17 years old. An ambulance was not able to get to that area due to the crowds and just the chaos that erupted. Police also reported 4 stabbings that took place. We know that 10 NYPD officers were hurt, including one officer who was punched in the face, another struck with a glass bottle. The NYPD also saying that 5 school buses were set on fire or destroyed with
5 school
bats, and
buses?
by
Why?
people
Why
jumping
we
on
setting
them.
school
And
buses
again,
on
you can
fire?
see that school bus right there in the distance as police are working to keep the crowds under control. Now, police said the buses were being used to transport people from Manhattan over to MetLife Stadium for the
Okay.
World Cup games at the time. Right now, I do want to let you know, of course, that several of the different
Look at that,
celebrations
bruh.
that were taking place did remain peaceful. Take a listen.
It remained peaceful.
All right, so again, many of those celebrations remained fairly peaceful, but then you have the chaos that erupted there in Manhattan as all
Of
of
course,
this
it was a
was
black
going
man.
on in the hours after that Knicks big victory. I want to pop this up on your
Everybody
screen,
about
though,
to
once
cry.
again, as Fox 5 New York says that more than
Hold on. More than 60 people were arrested after large crowds formed near Madison Square Garden following the Knicks game, with the NYPD reporting a shooting, slashing, burned buses, damaged police vehicles, and
And
hang this with
60
us, injured police officers.
people were arrested after the large crowds
Why they
formed
do all
near
that?
Madison Square
Why?
Garden following the Knicks game, with the NYPD reporting a shooting, slashings, burned buses, damaged police vehicles, and injured officers. Now, as far as the win itself, we know that Mayor Zoran Mamdani and the Governor Kathy Hochul were both there they were actually at a World Cup match at the time, but they posted some information on social media celebrating the big win. Now, I want to post this right here, as it does say from Zoran Mamdani that there will be a parade that'll take place in Manhattan on Thursday.
Everybody know that parade ain't gonna be beat. Yeah. They got a parade in Manhattan. Bad idea.
He expects to release more information later on today. And we also have this post right here from the New York Knicks. It says, for the Boroughs and Knicks fans around the world. Kathy Hochul also posting on social media a little bit later on. She says, Knicks in 5. What a team and what a season. To our world champion New York Knicks, you've made all New Yorkers so proud. Again, we expect that parade to take place on Thursday. We'll keep you updated as more information should be released later on today.
Alright, that's it for this video, bro. That's them New York Knicks fans are they out of pocket outrageous. Yeah, I could never. Person from Atlanta, yeah, NYC has been crazy. That's about all.